which areas of Google have really stood out for you in terms of having a strong impact on teaching and learning?
It's using them all sort of together. It's almost like a big toolkit that you can dive in and out, and the sort of generically it's the fact that they're all very similar.
Yes.
And there's some similar traits between them, so that when the children get used to one area, they can use a whole range, and that makes life so much easier. One of the things that sort of stands out about the main Google suite and how we use them with, for example, docs, is getting rid of that I haven't saved it. Problem of mine's not being saved, and then you come back after spending all that time writing it and the children haven't saved it in the right place, and then you're starting again. Obviously one of the key things about it, that's all cut out, that's all gone, and that for us, again, going right back to getting people excited about it was one of the main things that brought them in, because it made it easy, consistent. Everything was fine, and we didn't have wasted lessons then. So we do use the docs suite a lot. We use docs, we use slides, because the children can pick it up so well. They can use Word, absolutely, but they can use docs. They can bounce between the two. It makes they're very capable. So we use docs an awful lot in a whole range of things. Slides we use for a lot of our presentations and posters, because it's got a bit more flexibility than docs. For the images side of things. But when we talk about collaboration, the Jamboard is excellent. Being able to share and have that Jamboard that's up on one person's screen is actually on everybody's. And then they're all able to add their thoughts. And it's nice, the Jamboard is a nice easy way in, because we also use Padlet, which I know is not one of the Google Suite, but it works with it. It's very similar. And again, the skills that they develop in that Jamboard allows them to contribute to a Padlet as well. But that Jamboard sharing, it's not just in English, it's not just in maths, it's in any subject that you particularly wanting to have a collaboration of ideas. And it's so strong that if you've got people who are slightly underconfident when it comes to that particular topic or that subject, by being involved in that sharing process, they've got access to so much information from their peers that they're able to use, and they're not having to come up with all the ideas themselves. They've got bits they can pick out. So we found right from the start Jamboard incredibly effective on that. Linking with Jamboard and the writing process, sort of the writing all the way in Key Stage 2 has evolved to a point where it almost follows a similar context each time. When we're looking at the new text type, we're getting the ideas, we're getting the features, and that's where the Jamboard comes in. They'll be sharing ideas on the docs, and they can all be working on the same document, which is so effective as well. Again, that collaboration. But what we've seen in the classes is when it then comes to writing and giving that feedback, the ability to submit your work, as many of us have done over the pandemic, so sort of hand it in. We still do that. They submit their writing, and that allows us to give feedback without having to take all the books everywhere. So from the teacher point of view, not having to take all your books everywhere is a bit of a blessing. But when we were finding with the feedback, as I'm sure lots of schools find, getting the way that the children will respond to their feedback effectively is the key. Written feedback, you can write all sorts of great things, and the children quite often won't properly pick up on it, and they're not so keen on reading through it, and a lot of that effort felt like it could be wasted. So we do now have the Moat extension that we've got on. The Moat is amazing for the feedback, for the writing, and for the maths, and for any work that gets submitted, really. It probably does take, it would take slightly less time than written feedback, but it still takes time, as feedback does. But the difference being, the children all say that, actually I will act on this feedback because I can hear you saying it. I think most teachers are now fully aware that the best feedback is when you're able to have some one-to-one feedback with the child. And that's just not possible in class sizes 32, 34. That's really, really difficult to manage. But if you can do some feedback on Moat and the children can then listen back, they've got that direct feedback that they can listen to over and over again if they need to, linked specifically to what it was that they're doing. And it's much easier for them to act on that feedback. So that has had a massive impact on our writing, massive. So to be quite honest, Moat, linking with that collaborative with the Jamboard, they're the main
Yes.
things that have helped us
Yes.
going forward, really.
Oh, brilliant.
We've got a lot of children who are dyslexic in the school as well.
Right.
Quite a high, very high percentage, higher than the national average.
Right.
And the overlays that we're able to get, we found those really effective because there's just the extension that you just get and puts the screen, gives the colour that the child finds more useful.
That's
and
right.
Puts it on the screen so that everything's there. We're not having to print everything out on green paper or yellow paper or pink paper.
Yeah.
It's all there.
It's all there straight away, yeah.
And that we found very, very useful.
Yes.
And the children do it, to be quite honest, it's now at the stage where they do it themselves. They've seen other children do it, so like, all of a sudden their screen has the particular tint that they enjoy.
Yeah.
And we have children who don't enjoy the writing side, and they find it difficult. There's processing between their thoughts and getting it down on paper or even typing it. So one of the other aspects we found useful is that Google speech to text, and that's very effective. It takes a little while to get the children to get confident with it, but we're very fortunate we got somebody to invest in some headphones with microphones.
Yes.
And so they now, for some of their writing pieces, they will, especially the initial drafts, they will say what they want to put down, and obviously the computer does it for them, which allows them then to go back and reread and check that's what they want to say. But it's just broken down that other barrier of, I don't want to write, I don't like writing. We've got rid of that barrier, and now they can just tell their story and then go back to edit and check.
Yes, that's right.
So really, it's the whole suite of tools really that we sort of bounce between, and we use them in all subjects, and the children become very, very confident with them and love using them.
Yeah, and you've found some really cool free extensions to all integrate into Google Classroom, so you can use things like Modes and Padlet and those sort of things, quizzes and those sorts of things.
Quizzes and Kahoot just work beautifully. I'm sure everyone's aware of those.
Yeah, and something as simple as putting a URL into Google Classroom so they all click on the right one saves a huge amount of time rather than having it on the whiteboard and asking them to type it in. Or
well, that's it, when you've got quite a few different places you want them to look at. So they might be researching different religions. I know that happens in year 5. They're looking for different religious places of worship. Yeah. And so you can put on different URLs, different links to different places that the children could go and have a look, and they go through, and you've got it all in one centralised place that the children find incredibly easy to get onto. And so you just go, just jump to the classroom, have a look in RE, and you'll find, and they just go straight on, and it's all there. And again, you've cut out a whole load of faff of trying to find a way of getting the hyperlinks ready, or writing the URLs, or whatever we're on with that one. It's just slick and efficient and easy.
That's right. Oh, thank you, Duncan.